The Star newspaper has led its front page with a story about the struggle Stopping Violence Dunedin is having to get funding. The result is the organisation is having difficulty helping those who need its services. Tim Miller is the reporter who covered the issue and he joins us now. Good evening, Tim.
Good evening.
Now tell us how you got onto this issue.
Well, I actually just had a chat with Paul Martin at Stopping Violence Dunedin. We were just talking about what they actually do down there, and he actually just said their biggest issue at the moment is finding the funding and the shortfall they've got at the moment, which is about $70,000.
Now, you've spoken to the operations manager. What has he told you about the situation?
Well, the way they're funding is if someone is referred to them through either the courts or the corrections facilities, they are actually paid for by the government. But because of, say, ad campaigns like It's Not Okay against violence, those people actually aren't funded by the government, so they're actually having to fund them through themselves through grants and things like that.
Now, I understand that you did approach the minister in charge for comment, but you didn't get very far. What happened there?
Well, it's always hard to contact a minister, but we actually called the Minister Paula Bennett for a comment, and she actually referred us to the Ministry of Social Development, which she's head of, who actually got back to us, but they had no information for us at that time because it's quite a complicated issue around the funding, who gives them the funding and things like that. So they just had a bit of issue getting us some information in time.
What do you see happening on the issue?
Well, it's very similar to a lot of non-profit organisations where they're actually having to find a lot more funding from other sources. Also, at the same time, they're trying to keep their service free, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can continue doing that and also without the funding from the government.
How long have they got to come up with $70,000?
Well, in the short term, there's no problem at the moment, but they can't continue doing this, and it's putting more pressure on them to kind of come up with the funds.
Are they already considering stopping the service?
Well, they will never probably stop it, but they might have to look at charging or how many services they actually operate, or who they actually let in.
Star reporter Tim Miller, thanks for your time.
Thank you.